Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about how to market a new listing and all of the techniques and tactics that I use to help make the listing more successful and get more showings, get more offers, and really get the house out there for people to see. The first one is pretty standard, pretty basic. I put your listing into the multiple listings service for Arizona. So that is a portal for real estate agents to input the listing. It'll have all the details of the house, your photos, virtual tours, the 360-degree images of the rooms, and that is a really standard way to get the property out there for agents and buyers and sellers to see the property. Within that, it is going to get syndicated to all of your favorite websites that you're using to find your property instead. Realtor.com, Trulia.com, Zillow.com, Redfin, all those places it's going to get syndicated to, so you'll find it there, which is great. Another option that I do is obviously I put a post in your yard with a sign. What more obvious way to know that a house is for sale than with the post and the sign? One thing that I always do is I make sure that your post has a flyer tube or a flyer box so that the custom flyers we make that have the information about the house available to people driving by. They can get a quick glimpse of inside the house with the pictures, the detailed information, and my information if they've got questions. The one thing I leave out intentionally is the price so that if they are really truly interested, they have a call to action and are forced to give me a call to say, hey, what is this property selling for? Then I make a second flyer that is typically a bifold. So it'll fold in half and it will have a picture of the front on the outside, the address, the community. When you open that flyer up, it has multiple pictures of the property, key things that would make somebody want to purchase it, the description of the house, information on the community, information about upgrades, changes to the property, things that you've done to really make it stand out and special are included in that. So if somebody is really interested, they've scheduled a showing, they're coming inside and they're walking the property, they have a nice piece to take away with that's going to help them remember this property. One of the other things that I do is I make it the featured listing on my personal business website, which is kendalmacumber.com. It will have all the same information. It will have pictures, it will have the virtual tour, and it'll have all of the information about the property as well. I will also take the virtual tour that we filmed and I will put that on my YouTube channel. That way, if people are looking and they want to see different images or walk the property virtually through the house, they have that component. And with YouTube being the second largest search engine, it's a great way to get viewers on your property. I also like to do a custom new listing email blast. So within the email blast, it's going to have links to the YouTube virtual tour. It'll have the 360-degree photos within it, the description, and all the details that would make somebody want to buy the house. And that email is sent out to my network of other agents in the Valley, agents in other states that have buyers coming to Arizona. It will go to other people who are interested in buying properties, as well as anyone in my sphere of influence who might be interested in the property and help get the word out. I also talk about your listing at different networking groups that I'm involved in and say, hey, I've got a new listing and here it is. And if you know somebody, let me know because I'd love to get it sold. The other thing I like to do, with times being funny right now with COVID-19, open houses are a little bit more challenging with having people flowing in and out of the house, but I do love a good open house. I love being able to talk with people who are coming in to see the property. Sometimes you get the nosy neighbors, but they've got a lot of information about the neighborhood, and they also know of other neighbors that are getting ready to sell. So it helps as far as getting the inside scoop, and then they're also going to take that information out and spread it out. A lot of times you get a lot of people in through the open house, which is great. Sometimes it's not as effective in bringing the buyer, but it's definitely getting agents in who have multiple buyers to see the property. I am the one that sits the open house. I don't send it out to somebody else to sit because who's going to be better to sell your listing than your listing agent? It's very important to me that I am the one there representing you and your house and having the answers to their questions and the answers on the neighborhood. So I do enjoy sitting the open house and meeting people and talking about real estate. There is also a thing called a home tour. So I am a part of We Serve, which is a realtor group. It is our association for the East Valley. We are also paired with the West Valley. So within that group, we do different home tours for different areas in the valley. So depending upon where the property lives and what price range, it could be on a normal home tour schedule, or it can be added to the luxury home schedule. And so sometimes if it's a luxury home, you could get it into both of those home tours. And what that will do is it is only real estate agents who work in that area, who also have a listing, come through and see the property and give feedback. So it could be feedback on price, it can be feedback on their personal opinion of how their walkthrough went. Was it a good showing? Did it have a funky smell? They're giving really informative feedback for me and for my seller, especially if it's sat on the market for a while and it's not moving. It's a great source to get eyes on the property and get some input from other people as to why they think it's sitting or ways to help make the listing more attractive. They also will give you an idea of if they feel like it's priced right, too high, too low, and they just give you really effective feedback. So I do enjoy doing that because you're getting more people in the door, which is what matters. Those are the basics of the things that I'll do for a listing. I will also make a custom website for it. So I use list reports and I can make a separate website specifically for your house. It will pair it with photos and a description and my information as well as a lender. So that way if somebody was really interested, they can get pre-qualified with the lender right there through that website. And it's customized solely to that house, which will also be searchable in Google. So I try to do a lot of things that are a little bit different that help get as many eyes on it as possible. We also use Showing Time, which is a scheduling program to lock in people for their showings, and it reserves their time spot. And so within that, I also have it set up to send feedback once the agent has left the property. And so it will ask how their showing was, how they felt about price, how they would rank it on a scale of 1 to 5 in all of the listings they saw that day, and how they felt about the price, and if their buyer is interested in making an offer or even interested in the property for that matter. And I do get a lot of feedback in it, and it's nice to know from that feedback if the buyer is interested or not, because then you're not left wondering, well, we had 13 showings. Did anybody love it? Is anybody going to make an offer? At least we know right out the gate with that feedback if they are going to make an offer, are interested or not. So that's just another effective way to get information back to you as the seller of what's happening with your listing and the people that are coming in and out of it. If you've got questions on ways to market your listing, comment below. I would love to sit down with you and talk about your real estate goals and how to sell your property and market it effectively. So if you've got questions, comment below. Please make sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys later.